So, when you're looking at the effects of long COVID, it's basically in part that the oxygen isn't getting through from your lungs into your bloodstream, which is causing something called hypoxia, which in plain English just means you haven't got oxygen circulating in your body. No matter what we do, I cannot change the damage that's gone in the lung, the scarring. What we can do is work the mechanical systems that power the lung to make you get the best out of the capacity that your lungs have left. So if you were to think about someone with emphysema or a smoker who starts to do a little bit of running, a little bit of jogging, their aerobic capacity, the amount of oxygen they can carry around their system would go up, even if there is damage in the lung. And put it very frankly, you guys are no different. So we're going to do some basic breathing exercises aimed at working and building the capacity of your lungs. So the first one is you're going to breathe in 3 stages. You're going to breathe in as deeply as you can, and you're going to think that you have reached your capacity. Then I'm going to ask you to breathe in again, and you'll think you've reached your capacity there. And then I'll ask you to breathe in again. That works the diaphragm, the muscle that's inside that pulls the lungs down. So if we go together, you're going to breathe in, and breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe out. It's a good idea to do these exercises seated. Not that you'll pass out, but sometimes it can make you a little bit lightheaded. That exercise I would probably do for about 2.5 minutes. And I'm not worried about the number of times I do it, I'm just dedicating that chunk of time to do it. Don't chase the numbers, do the exercise correctly. So once again, we've got breathe in, and out, out. Another form of breathing exercise is something called candle breath. And it's got this feel that you breathe in normally, but on the exhale, it's like you're blowing a candle out. And candle breath is really for when you're feeling really, really short of breath and you just can't get the air in. General gist of it is that it's slowing the oxygen air leaving your lung. And they call it candle breath because it is literally like blowing out a candle. It's no good doing candle breath the very first time when you're laying on the floor gasping for air. It's one of those things that you need to practice regularly. So, you breathe in and you blow a candle out. Now, if you look on the time on the bottom of the screen, I don't know how long that takes, but it's probably about 4 or 5 seconds. So I'm going to go again. Have a look this time as I start to breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Your candle breath needs to be as long as it feels right to you. Don't worry about what I do. You need to think about what you're doing. Another nice exercise is put your hands around your rib cage. Breathe in and breathe out. With your hands on your rib cage, you should feel the rib cage expand, and that's what you're looking for. So breathe in and breathe out. one more just for the joy of it. Something to use when you're stressed out or when you're anxious. It goes by about 2 or 3 different names, but I read it first when I was reading something about SWAT teams, and it's what they do before they go in and do a breach on a house or a building, and it's to calm your breathing down. So the posture technique is box breathing. So you're going to breathe in for a count, hold for a count, breathe out for a count, breathe in for a count, hold for a count, breathe out for a count, hold for a count, breathe in for a count. So, the first time I described it, I think I described a triangle, not a box. So it is equal sides all the way around. So I'm going to do a count of 4. I'm going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4. That number, it can be 3, it can be 2, it can be 10. It's whatever you feel comfortable doing. Generally, it slows down your breathing system, so it calms you down. There's something called a power breath, which it depends on how badly your lung function has been affected. A power breath offers resistance to your breathing, your diaphragm, so it builds the muscle up. There are some caveats with its use. So there are lots of different versions of it, but it's like a resistance trainer for breathing. So if you go on to Amazon or wherever, you'll find them. If you have any type of cold or bronchial infection, don't use it at that particular time. I've got no scientific research for it, only what's happened to myself when I've used them, where I've used them when I've had a cold and it's gone to my chest. So it might have gone to my chest anyway without using the resistance trainer for my breathing, but it's better safe than sorry for you guys. They are a really great piece of kit and they work the diaphragm. The other one that I do, the final one that I do, the power breath works the breath in. It's old school bodybuilding, but they used to do something called a vacuum, which I think they stole from yoga. But a vacuum is where you, so as I'm breathing out, I'm bringing my stomach in and up. Alla Pilates, where they talk about going up in the elevator or zipping up, it's that feeling to it. It's good for the stomach muscles, it's good for your breathing, and it's good for your pelvic floor if you do it at the same time. So if you guys don't know what the pelvic floor is, the thing for another video, which I'll probably do a short one on it, but it basically helps with your continence. So with the vacuum, you breathe in normally, and then you squeeze all the diaphragm and everything in the pelvic floor up to force the air out. Breathe in, breathe out. It's one of those strange exercises where I can't show you, even on video. I doubt I'd fully get the emphasis that you need. So you've got a range of exercises there, breathing exercises. I would definitely alternate some sort of diaphragm work and the vacuum day about. The candle breath I'd learned for emergencies. I practiced that daily until you got it down pat. And the others are just nice to know if you're feeling a little bit tense or a little bit anxious about what's going on. I hope that's been helpful, and I'll talk to you again.